Is somebody? Are, yep. You're gonna have to turn your sound off on your phone then.
No,
Did that work?
no, it's on. Hello?
Is it
I hear it. I heard
check? Check. Yeah. That's, no, turn the volume all the way down on your phone. I'll try it now. I don't think there's any sound anymore. Well, not on your phone. That's you don't want it on your phone. Right. But you know it's working. Do it three.
we had 2 minutes of that candidate sense.
I said check 1 2. Yeah, I'm just leave. I think all these should just stay on. Yeah. No, yours is not on. Push that button. Oh, I know.
She did.
She said she was.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
What?
Look, I forgot to get a haircut.
Who did?
Yours is loud.
If mine's mic one, maybe. I don't even want it, but I just said that. I like your boots. They're so cute. So I like your boots. They're so cute. Those are just adorable. If we go 99 or less, we can be able to-
How's it going?
At least get the big jackpot.
I was thinking that was sushi. That clock right?
People at home are gonna do the pledge with us. People at home will do the pledge with us.
Yeah.
Standing up in the living room.
Candy online. I was thinking that, but I wasn't sure.
No one excited to come to Princeton tonight?
Always. You know, I was at Dixon last week, and they give you guys a run for, they give you guys a run for your money.
I heard my brother called me right after.
Yeah.
Here's candy. Can you just slide your microphone over to her or put it in front of her while she's talking? We're big time.
Before you yeah, she's gonna need that.
I have an extra one.
Yeah. And this, I read through that. We just got it. Yeah, it said pending your approval.
Well, there needs to be another step.
Well, you can say that. Let's go.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Ferris.
Here.
Kernan.
Here.
Wilmer. Here. Younger.
Yes.
Forsyth.
Real quick before we get going, so you see all these microphones up here. It seemed like transparency was a big thing for the election. So Christy and Kisa and Zach and Demi, and I know Brandon had some involvement in it. They were down here getting the YouTube channel going. People can watch from home. Trying to do as most we can. We got the microphones so people can hear better. For public comment, if you want to comment, go to the podium, state your name. You'll get 3 minutes during the public comment section at the beginning and at the end. And then that should help us run a smoother meeting. So that's all. Bear with us a little bit. There'll probably be a few kinks we gotta work out. We'll get some feedback in every meeting that'll get better until we get it perfected. So thanks, Christy and everybody for working on that. Yeah, makes us look pretty professional up here, doesn't it? So, all right, yep. Public comment matters already on the agenda. Nobody's got anything? Once we get going, we're not gonna allow any public comment. Well, we can do yours in the, you're on the agenda, so. Okay. Right over here at the podium.
I'll make sure that microphone's turned on.
Yeah, Brandon, we can make sure.
There's a button on the front that's right there. There you go. You're good.
3-minute timer then?
Okay, I'm looking at the new business for the council vote to approve the remaining balance on the park equipment. And it says, to be paid from LMI or capital improvement amount will be in the range of $1 to $20,000. Isn't that putting a little bit of the cart before the house, of course? I mean, how do you know what is going to be needed? And so somebody can just say, well, we've got up to $20,000, we can get this extra stuff. And it would seem to me if this is a government approval, it needs to have all of the information, like who's doing it, how much it's going to cost, what are the various things that are going to be used, instead of just giving somebody a blank check. I think that's the cart before the horse.
So regarding all of that, the company that is doing it is Burke. We do have our set amount that the playground costs. We just don't have all of the donations from the businesses. We wrote 15 letters to businesses that are based out of Princeton, and we're waiting for their donations back to us. The amount that we were short after all of the money that we raised was a little over 19,000, under 20,000. So basically, when we get all of our donations from the businesses in town, it'll be whatever that remaining amount is.
So it's this stuff, the park isn't going to be playground equipment. This is winter coming in. So what's the big rush? Why can't we have a final number?
To get, what do you mean final?
A finer number and how much is going to come out of LMI?
The payment has to be made for us to get the match 50/50 grant that we were awarded by November 21st.
Timing was bad here, wasn't it?
No,
We've been discussing
this for months. We had a fall festival.
The
Everybody.
fall festival is not a council meeting.
we
That is not a council meeting, regardless of what you think. It is not a council.
say it was.
Well,
I just
a fall festival is great, but you know, what is the fall festival for? That was not identified in a council meeting, as I recall.
It was.
So I mean, when we had pictures of the stuff at the last meeting, I think it was. But there was no discussion about taking $20,000 out of LMI. Once again, things are going forward and we're not being informed appropriately.
the original times that we've discussed the park equipment. We said that the equipment would be between $100,000 and $110,000, and it was roughly a 50/50 grant match that we got, and that we got a $25,000 grant from Roy J. Carver Trust. So all of this information has been provided, and we have stated that it was by Burke Equipment.
Thanks, Lisa. Any other comments? Okay, approval of the consent agenda.
Second.
Roll call.
Harris?
Yep.
Forrestal?
Yes.
Hernan? Wilmer?
Yes.
Younger?
Yes.
Comments or updates from the city clerk or the city attorney?
I can hold my comments regarding item 2 on new business for when we get there. And I will hold my comments on pending business 1 for when we get there.
No comments from me. All right, pending business. Council vote to approve the special use permit at 428 Fifth Street contract presented by Melissa Frazier pending the city attorney approval. You might go ahead.
Okay, thank you. On behalf of the city of Princeton, I have to admonish the need for the procedures to be properly followed. It's my understanding, and if I'm correct, and I've got the recommendation from P&Z, I brought it with me. If I'm remembering correctly, it's dated September 2nd. Here it is, of 2025. Okay. I do not know, following that recommendation, which was to deny the special use or to deny the use. I don't know if there was an appeal of this decision. I don't know if it's gone to the Board of Adjustment. If you look at your zoning regulations, you have to go through the proper procedures, and the Board of Adjustment requires a public hearing. And so I know we talked about this last month, and so that might be the public hearing for city council, but and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know that it's gone through the Board of Adjustment. And am I not correct? The way the zoning ordinance reads, it's supposed to get appealed to you? Okay. Yeah. So anyway, I suggest that item 1 be tabled until proper procedures are followed. In addition, it was going to be subject to a contract to be presented by Melissa Frazier, pending city attorney approval. And as council is aware, the contract was handed to me as I said.
I think you were trying to get it, and you're dragging your feet. Well, I think we got.
Do we need to table it?
We did try to record it.
I did not know that. Did you know that, Bill?
The question was brought up to the Board of Adjustment, or is this something the council can do?
Yeah.
I don't know what the right answer is. There has not been a hearing on from Board of Adjustment is not.
Well, it depends what they're doing, especially use, or it just depends what route they're trying to take. Me, I think it's tabled and or
I think
put into it.
Not
We got
having
some
the
more-
contract right away.
We got some more.
Yeah.
Really, I let Frazier know that would happen before, because we could not put the zoning code we have. And I do remember they went to, well, Stockville, and they reviewed it. It doesn't really specify in Board of Adjustment how to handle, what do you want to call it?
Special use.
Special use permit. So
No.
then that's when they came back here, bring it to council, reacted from the council members, and a yea or nay, and the community and everything else. That's what brought us here. So yeah, it has not gone to Board of Adjustment.
I motion the table.
Roll call.
Mayor?
Yep.
Horsfall?
Yes.
Members?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so just moving forward, so we all know that you need a chance to read the contract.
There needs to be a hearing, a public hearing before the Board of Adjustment. And I agree with Mr. Russer. Russer.
I got one.
Oh, okay. Well, I've said it wrong for how many years now? Sorry. Tim. Anyway, Article 5 of your zoning ordinance talks about the Board of Adjustment procedure. And so that I think those need to be followed. And Tim is correct. It doesn't single out special use permits, but special use permits are very, very unique. And it still has to comply with the underlying zoning. It's my understanding as I was preparing for tonight's meeting that this particular parcel is zoned R2. And so, so you have to look and see if there's a compatible use under or authorized under the R2 zoning. The other thing is you have to be very, very careful. And I think this was mentioned in the P&Z report. You have to be careful about spot zoning. You just have to be careful about that. And so, but the Board of Adjustment has to address that issue. And so there will be a public hearing there. Then it comes here.
Board of Adjustment approves her special use, then we're done. If the Board of Adjustment denies her special use, then she can come back to the council.
I think either, the council can address it if you grant it. If you grant the special use, it has to be a super majority to overturn. And if I'm wrong on that, I will let you know at the next meeting. But I don't believe it. I think that's what has to happen. I think there has to be a special majority if they want to overturn what the Board of Adjustment is recommending.
I have a question. for
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Mayor.
Yep.
Did the Frasers get?
Yeah, she just got that when she walked in too.
Okay.
Josh didn't get it until the second.
I talked to that stage, probably 1 o'clock this afternoon, 2 o'clock. If we don't do our own inspection, I called it the state inspector to give me some recommendations. The measurements and stuff I took, him, they went through it and gave us his recommendation as to what we should do. And I just got it this afternoon. He was actually going to wait till tomorrow to see if we get time to get it out.
Can I address that first for a second?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
When our city, we don't have a big group. When goldfish, that's goldfish. The other ones, pretty with the show out. There is a spot in that park that we have around here. Those we don't do it. But I was just checking at the time, and it does have an option. Have to, of course, the sprinklers, our system doesn't handle. We just can't. I can show you later. Yeah, I think I should probably have it marked in that book. Towards the end. Might be a possibility where you just read between the lines, and I don't know if I'm sure. But I do know that's why we don't have to, we can't, we just don't have the water. On gravity feed, it's not gonna do it. I think it's supposed to be, what, 30 minutes? Straight water, something like that, to get everything out of the occupied building. And we're not gonna sustain that with what we had. Unless you put it on that, we're gonna bring water from you. Yeah, so, we'll look at it after. Yeah. Okay. This is an option. I don't know if it can be or not, but I know we need to come across.
And I'd like to make one more point, and I'm not telling the Board of Adjustment how it's not, but special use permits are very, very dangerous. And it's a dangerous precedent. And I don't know how many you guys have ever given in the past. As long as we've served as council, I don't think there have been any special use permits issued. And so you have the right to put restrictions on it. And you have the right to revisit it. So if you wanted to put, I know the discussion last month, I believe, was, well, why don't we give it the opportunity to give it a try? You know, Board of Adjustment, whatever you decide. But it would be council's, legal counsel's recommendation that there be restrictions so that if you elect to grant the special use, there is some control over protections for the neighboring residential property.
He's scheduled for December 1st. We have time to add this to that meeting.
Yes, because you're within the tender limit.
That was going to be my next question. When could we get it?
We need to get an application.
We've turned in applications.
Well-
First we went planning and zoning, they. And then-
Now you know for sure you got to get on
And
board.
we already have the application. You could just-
Work.
The only one you have is that variance one. You didn't
And
have-
that's the same.
That's all we have.
Good enough. All right, moving on. New business. Council vote to approve use of $38,498 of miscellaneous revenue for the park equipment. I'll read these off and then I'll go back and explain what they are for anybody who doesn't. $5,000 St. Joan of Arc bond return, $875 home sold, $5,423 2024 gun raffle and $25,000 Roy J. Carver Trust Grant and $2,200 for the Fall Fest revenue. So that 5,000 for St. Joan of Arc, that was great. Right when I first started, that new Catholic school there in Bettendorf, we loaned them some of our borrowing capacity for that year. They used $5 million of our capacity, and we got 1,000 per million back. And we went over with Candy, and everybody made sure it was worked out good. So that's what that 5,000 is from. The $875 for the logs, that was that one behind Jim and Kathy Bringman's house. That was half Eric Carter's and half the city's. The line went right to the on good shape, hanging over the alley. We took it down and paid to get it down, and we had $875 above what it cost. And thanks to Eric for that, because he could have had half of that money. He was going to pay for half of the street down, and he said just go ahead and keep it for something for the city. And then the 5,420 when we used my mayor money my first year and did the Jack, Karen, Keith, Brandon, and I all bartending, guest bartending downtown, raffled the guns off. So that was $5,400. And then we got the $25,000 Roy J. Carver grant, and then all came from.
The comment that I would make regarding this particular motion is because you've got specific numbers in it, I'm not uncomfortable with it being just a motion. Get to the next one. The smarter course may be to do a resolution as opposed to just a motion. But I'm with the specific numbers, I'm okay with it being the motion.
Make a motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Forrestal,
Yes.
Fernand.
Yep.
Barrett,
Yes.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
Moore.
Okay, council.
So with that one then,
Right.
we have to make a payment by November 21st to secure our 50/50, otherwise we have to pay 100% of the equipment, so we have to pay the 110, whatever it is, instead of the 58,000, or for that amount. I have the actual number out there. So they-
Okay. The comment that I have regarding this one is the use of LMI. I have a call into Iowa Economic Development Administration, or whatever the IDEA stands for, to find out if it's available to be used for that. Don't think it's demographically where the park is, if it meets the requirement, it can pay. But it's supposed to be to assist in low to moderate income housing. And I don't know if the park would fit in that definition.
The research that we've done, the way we understand it, we thought it would. But
Okay.
you can double.
Did you guys talk to Iowa Economic Development?
I have not looked.
Bond writer?
Yeah, so
Okay.
what she looked up was basically what it said, the recreation for low to moderate income children is generally a city park.
Okay.
So,
Well-
I mean, whenever they come back to you and say we can share.
Right. I mean, that was my only concern. I mean, so I was looking at the budget. I highlighted. And then I also looked at the capital improvement reserve. So that if for some reason IDEA comes back, or Iowa IDEA comes back and says it's not authorized to be used as LMI funds, then you've got the capital. And especially if there's going to be the match.
I would motion taking the LMI out.
I'll second that motion. Funny, no, where are we gonna go? Roll call. Motion to take it from capital improvement.
Yes, to take it out of capital improvement. Yes.
Can we
But
do,
again-
can we do half and half?
Well, no, but the other thing is remember the concern that I had that it be a resolution, not a specific talk about it being a motion, but it really should be a.
My motion is to take LMI out. Capital.
Or you still have an issue with the non.
Is that completely or just if it's not approved?
Completely alone. Make it a total separate. Pass it through. That's my motion.
I think if we can use some of the LMI money, we should probably do that. One of the
Yeah.
biggest things that.
When are the businesses?
was playground equipment for the kids.
Right.
And how
When they took those,
He wants it completely off LMI. He wants it off completely no matter what happens.
No, I'm just saying for this, get that passed. Then you
just so we can use capital improvement,
Right.
but then if we want to go back later.
Oh, that's how you want LMI out.
Out of this, yeah. You could revisit it.
Then we can use the resolution to use the LMI.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Lock in, lock.
Can you put a more definite number on it?
My motion's up, though. We have to vote it up or down.
Okay.
That's what we have to do.
Forstoff,
Yes.
Youngers,
Yes.
Over.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like 19, no, that's right. Hopefully the businesses come through and you don't have to go down to only 50,000 in your capital reserves.
Planning and zone, you got anything?
You'll be having a microphone.
Well,
It said it's going out.
yeah, you might have to, just so people can hear you.
That 3 months.
We'll just table. Oh, I believe that contract, no one would. Okay, so we didn't meet the first Tuesday, election night. We met Monday, this past Tuesday, Veterans Night, or Veterans Day. But we had some discussion. It was just an we had our president show up and ask us a bunch of questions, and we're working that up on the next agenda. It'll be in our December meeting. We're going to meet with that regarding address annexation and a whole ball of wax. But during all this, what I discovered in planning and zoning, I got thinking about planning and zoning, and talking about the church, the street, and all these projects that the city's doing. And planning and zoning is not part of it. But first word of planning and zoning is planning. Under Chapter 21, Zoning Commission 21.5, Power and Duties, Chapter Paragraph 4, Recommendation on improvement. The design and proposed locations of public improvements shall be submitted to the Commission for its recommendations prior to any actions taken by the city. For the construction or placement of such improvements, we have 30 days to respond. If we don't respond in 30 days, then it's kind of no point to do. But I think for full disclosure, when we're talking streets or whatever, I think it's time that we get involved with it. Get invited to special meetings. We're going to be talking about projects. There's a whole book about zoning and what it affects the entire community. So that's what we discovered, and that's really all we discussed. Just get the footwork going and getting in the right direction. We can meet next month and come up with a recommendation on the streets if you guys have a plan for that, or you're getting closer to it. But either way, I think we should probably have our recommendation for you so that we're not losing ground throughout the winter before the construction season starts. If that goes that route. Any questions?
No, but Tim, the planning and zoning wasn't left out of that walkthrough on purpose.
Well, no, I didn't say it on purpose. I just didn't get invited. And that's been great. I love the
It wasn't.
It was open to the public. It was
Okay,
supposed
but
to be.
I just Facebook. Obviously, everybody knows that. It's just poison. I don't do it unless it's an emergency where I have to. But my phone number's been the same since I've been on planning for 20 years. It's just a quick text, or something. So if you could just let me know. We got a letter from the Scott County this week for the 20-day agreement in mile boundaries over there south of Lacey off of 277th Avenue. And it's just basically taking 2 properties and make one property, make it 2. Doesn't affect the city. So zoning administrator talked to Travis. I said, doesn't hurt or go against our land use plan or our projection for the future. So not a hog confinement or anything like that's gonna ruin our city environment. So go ahead and pass that. So, well, told him that. Did you let him know to move on it?
Yes.
Okay.
Claire is going to pass there December, and then it comes to us to pass
Okay.
for our December meeting.
All right.
Theirs is like the first week of December. They said they'll send a.
Yeah, and county will probably have it approved the first weekend or the first week of December anyway. That's what they do. Unless they have a big red flag, but that's where we're at with it. So bring it to us. Or I got it. I can put it on our, give a recommendation. One will be in December, and then we'll move forward from that. You guys can have it on the agenda in December. That's not my fault. So, anything else?
Yeah, Tim, talk to Chris.
Yeah.
A lot of this falls under council too. Utility companies that are coming through.
Okay, I've been looking through that franchise. You talk about like the wires hanging down and around telephone poles or
Yeah.
utility poles. It doesn't really specify it. I read the whole thing tonight sitting here and basically before the council meeting, and it doesn't really specify what it can be, but we can definitely get a call from the city. Hey, get it down. We had some on our pole causing interference with our own internet connection. And they took it down, and then there was another one down the street, just the next pole up. And that one was actually a live wire, and it was getting actually was low voltage, but the moisture was affecting it. It's like, oh, so there's a real reason they should come back and cap them off, get them off. Yeah,
Like,
yeah, you gotta be
know,
careful with these guys.
There's been no meetings with them coming to. We're gonna place this box here, there, here. Some of it's just gonna be tacky.
Yep. And you know, in a couple of spots along Lost Grove Road, they put the ground box. I think that's the box across the street from my yard.
They met with you. didn't they?
They called me.
We didn't
Yeah.
get mapped. But, you know, it's just kind of a.
The utilities.
I told them to get with you, and if you deal with that hub.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, if they're gonna go somewhere, it's just the fact that there's a few of them. I know if they fix the yard.
Oh, they did. They seeded my yard already, so they'll get it. It might. I wasn't going to.
I don't think you're on a timer. I think that's
Oh,
for
okay.
public.
I know. So, anything else? Then? See you in December.
Resolution 2025-19, a resolution adopting the plan of Greenfield Second Subdivision to the City of Princeton. So moved. Second. Roll call.
Younger,
Yes.
Forrest,
Yes.
Barrett,
Yes.
Wilmer, yes.
That should finish that around here.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think he's gonna go.
Fun.
Next meeting, we'll go to the second, I get the thing back to him. It'll be set.
Any of the committees have anything tonight?
I do.
Go for it.
We had the furnace went out in the community center last Friday. Both. We had it was gonna be freezing the next day. We had to call furnace come and fix one of the furnaces. We got Chris was getting a bid on the other one. It come in just today. Bid to fix the second one is $1,325. We didn't get a bill on what the first furnace cost us to have it fixed. We haven't been billed yet. So, but it had to, you know, we had a celebration light the next day, so we had to have heat in the building.
Yeah.
So, and now we have a microwave that has gone out. So, replace the microwave. So that's going to be $400 or $500 probably.
Any other committee?
That's all I have. Did I miss anything, Chris? Yep.
Yep. Good. Comments from the audience?
Is there anybody internet?
Rules? No, no, no. I watched how Bill ran that Meet the Candidates were taking over.
I live on River Drive. Is there any bids on this building? Is there anybody
They're showing it Tuesday.
on it Tuesday?
Mhm.
Okay. Can they drop the price?
Can, but we need to get into the church first, which
Right.
sounds like that's very close to happening.
Things are moving a little bit.
Yeah,
It's just not.
that's all we're waiting for is their signature.
So, and things, so, okay, guess that's good enough for me right now. Somebody shopping, matters to me.
I have something else, if you're ready to go to council. Before we get,
Closing comments from council.
go ahead.
So yesterday, I emailed to the mayor with a title opinion following review of the abstract. As you guys recall, we had to recreate the abstract for the property. The church didn't have it. And we were hoping that they may have had it when the parsonage was sold to Ringman's. And so anyway, so here's the hard copy of the title opinion. And here are the abstracts that you guys have. So don't lose them, because I also have to send you the bill. Well, I didn't do it. Mark Gellerman with Mentor did it, and so they're updating it because they didn't get it to me the day that they have continued to. They got it to me a little bit later. Plus, there were typos, so they're giving me substituted pages and a date down to Monday. And so, but anyway, the title opinion basically shows that lots 9 and 10, and then lots 3 and 4, and a portion of lot 2 are titled in the, one of them says Princeton Presbyterian Church, the other one says the Princeton Presbyterian Church of Princeton, Iowa. And that's the name of the corporate entity. But they've recognized there's an affidavit in the abstract that says that it's one and the same. And so it's clear. Today I did receive, so in terms of the representation that is coming, I got a quitclaim deed today. My husband is the transactional lawyer in our firm. I consulted with him. I also consulted and with another attorney because they just sent us a quitclaim for the property. And I'm comfortable with that, but I'm going to go back to him to see if we can make it a warranty deed. And if not, then a compromise of a special warranty deed. And the difference between the warranty deed, the special warranty deed, and the quitclaim deed, it's nuanced. But warranty deed says it's good title as to everything. The quitclaim deed is getting as good title as we have. The special warranty deed is we're warranting the title since we have been the owners. So the special warranty deed, I will feel better about the city getting that. But if they, it's being donated to the city, so if they stick to their guns about a quitclaim deed, I don't think you're at any risk.
Thank you for all that.
Again, my question would be, if we get rid of the community center, can't pick and choose, I don't believe, on where we vote. So what are we going to do for our voting?
We
We
checked.
The county just said to let them know when their interest is sold.
They can
And
do
then
that
they'll-
easy?
Because they can have to update there.
Yeah, and I talked to Josh to make sure that if, just in the event that we use the church and the sold right, that we can use the fire station.
In the county of okay.
You just have to probably post it a certain amount of days before the election. What's
Yeah,
that?
The county will send out their own notices. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it was probably stipulated how many days before.
Yeah.
Or the church.
Voted them both.
Before we got it back up here, it was in Claire, at the school, and you just can't let parking go because you had to park off of the public. And there's no wrong way, so both church and that.
They use a church down here, they use a Catholic church.
Any other comment? No. I have nothing. Meeting adjourned.